Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Demella Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Velastri. It's time for a tarot reading. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. Beautiful beings, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube for our daily reads, which we are now going to call Spirit Checks because we don't really do them daily rigidly. We only really bring these energies through as on Instagram when inspired. So we're going to call these Spirit Checks, for we are seeing what Spirit would like to share with us today. And thank you for trusting the process with us. We were asked to release Instagram and we are just going with the flow. We were quite surprised at how calm we were when we were asked to release. We're no longer putting up a fight trying to hold on. We're simply trusting the flow, and we trust that this will expand into something more. We will keep our Instagram account on just for 2 weeks, just for the integration, and then we'll completely delete it. So to clear that frequency, to clear that energy. So for any of you who have been messaging me on Instagram, please use the email info@dumellauniverse.com to contact us, and we will be able to reply very quickly and very fluidly, for we receive the emails directly. And of course, the booking site is back on. We're having a bit of an update actually. We're just changing how we are offering things. We will no longer have activations and healings and lessons. We're simply going to have a soul session, 1 hour and 1.5 hour soul session, which is a healing or an activation or a lesson. We'll simply sit in the session and Spirit will guide us where you need to be. Of course, if you need a healing or if you wish for an activation or whatever it is, it'll come through in the session. We are simply allowing a freeness and a fluidity with the sessions, because even with the old setup, one would book for an activation, ended up being a healing session, for we're simply doing what Source requires that moment. We don't direct Source. We allow Source to flow within us through the sessions, and that allows a powerful healing, of course, and a powerful integration of energies. So for those of you who are regulars, or those of you who enjoy booking with us, you will see there's a bit of a slight change in the layout of the website soon. It should be updated today or tomorrow, so have a look out for that. Otherwise, and we're also offering a new service, which is personalized meditations. So should you wish us to record you a personalized meditation, you can book that, where we connect with your Source and we give you a meditation that day. If you want a morning meditation, evening meditation, a chakra healing, whatever you want, and we record a video and an audio, and we send that to you to download and to keep for yourself, and to use whenever you wish. The meditations will be timeless. That'll be our intention, so that whenever you need it, it's eternally assisting. Wherever part of your journey the light codes you receive will adapt with your frequency and will assist you forever. So we're excited for that new offering, inspired by a client who actually asked us, who commissioned meditations from us. So we're really, really very grateful for that inspired thought and inspiration. We really are grateful for each and every single one of you. And thank you for coming through and aligning with us this way. Okay, so Spirit Check. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. These will be like the daily readings, of course. So come through to YouTube for that daily dose that you usually received on Instagram. Okay, let us see what Spirit would like to share with us. And beautiful beings, of course, the collective weekly reading is up. Pisces season is up. There's a Feel Your Vibe energy reading, there's a flower spell, there's so much on YouTube, so have a look. At the center we have the Hanged Man. Within we have the Seven of Cups. Without we have the Emperor. Below we have the Six of Wands. And crowning, we have the Empress and the High Priestess. Ooh, wow, very powerful energies, and we love how those cards all came out at once. And beneath the deck, Ace of Swords, which really aligns with the High Priestess and the Empress and the Emperor energy. Very powerful energies right now. Overall energy is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of information coming to you this week. A lot of clarity, a lot of understanding, a lot of insight, and a lot of almost not instruction, but guidance from Source and guidance from your higher self. You'll be receiving a lot of prompts and intuitive guidance, intuitive thoughts as how to do things, new ideas, clarity, resolution. If something has been bothering you, you are receiving the understanding. If something has been on your mind, you're receiving the clarity. If something has been, confusing you, you are really coming to the resolution of it this week. There's a lot of receiving of energies, also downloads. Energetically, there's a lot of downloads you're receiving from spirit, so a lot of integration, a lot of energies. But the mind space is really being healed this week. That's why you're finding yourself trusting, you're finding yourself at peace, you're finding yourself at ease this week. There's a lot of energies that are coming through to clear your way, to clear your understanding, to give you that peace of mind this week. And it's for you to really trust, because as we see with the High Priestess, you are receiving from the unknown. You're receiving from the spirit realm. So it's unknown energies. So it really requires you to be open to receive this. And with the Hangman at the center, yes, it is not that you are being withheld from or denied. This is a time of clarity. Again, as we received in the Pisces reading, the fish in the shadow in the spirit realm is receiving a lot of light codes, and those light codes are affecting the mind space. The mind space is integrating from the shadow, from the unknown, from spirit, from source. Your mind is healing to the clarity of source. As such, you might find just things a bit delayed, or nothing's really moving, nothing's really heading forward, because you're doing a lot of and it's not spring cleaning, because you've already cleaned and cleared the crown and the mind space. It's more a reintegration, your foundation. You're rebuilding the foundation of your mind. You're rebuilding the foundation of the canvas, because remember, what's in the mind creates. What's in your mind space is what manifests. So the landscape of your mind is being recalibrated, is being integrated within source at this time. So you might find things are a little bit maybe slow, or things are like not much activity, and source is saying it's not that you are being withheld. There's a lot of work being done, integrated in the mind space. And also some of you, there are thoughts and ways of being which you are releasing, almost habits of the mind, or thoughts or ways of thinking which you're releasing, things that you valued which you're releasing. Things interesting, because the Hangman is about a sacrifice. It's about releasing that which you're holding on to quite a bit. So old ways of thinking, old conditions, old ways that you used to value, old thought systems you used to value, the ways you used to honor in the mind, you are releasing. That's why you're having this pause. Sources like, wait, before you continue on your journey, you still have a few things in your mind you need to release, which you are holding on to. And these are fundamental. With the Emperor and the Empress coming out, and the High Priestess, it feels like things you valued. So things that you placed as importance, that you were conditioned and programmed as important ways of thinking, important ways of processing. For example, if you have been conditioned, you always have to make a plan. You always have to make a structured plan in order to proceed. That is being released, because Source is saying if you always have a structured plan, it means you are deciding what Source will be, as opposed to allowing yourself to receive the plan from Source. So it is a reprogramming of what is of importance, what is of vitality in your mind space, in order for you to start creating, to start manifesting in a way that honors you. Okay, because these things, these ways of things keep you hung up. They keep you suspended, because they keep you suspended in the same energy, keep going round in circles, because some of these thoughts keep you there. So for another example, if you are holding on to a friendship or friendships or relationships out of loyalty, because you have been conditioned. It's important for you to be loyal. It's important for you to remain loyal and to honor these friendships, and to, you have a debt to pay. Even if you don't want to go see that particular person, you must go to do friendship duties or a loyalty or whatever it might be. And you're realizing, but those energies aren't serving you anymore. So you are recalibrating what loyalty means. You are redefining what things and ways of thoughts and ways of being mean to you in order for you to come into your frequency and clarity and all those experiences. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the mind space as such. It can be something that's happening in your physical reality, which has been causing a delay, causing a suspension, which you're finally coming to the understanding you must release. So it really takes a lot of different varied forms, because each and every single one of you are learning this in a very different way. But what's at the foundation is whatever you valued as important in the physical or in the mind space or in the heart space even is being reevaluated in order to ensure that it actually honors your highest frequency and doesn't honor energies that keep you withheld, that keep you suspended. Because within, Source is saying, we're working on your desires, we're working on your dreams, we're working on what you want. And what you want is where you are. Your desires and your dreams and your goals are already manifest, but they are manifest at the frequency of your authentic being. So anything that is not of your authentic being is keeping you withheld from your desires, and that's what's being released. That's what's being healed at this time through this Hangman energy and through the Ace of Swords energy. Because as this happens, that's what's happening. You are being raised to the Emperor and the Empress frequency here, because this is you at your highest frequency. Your desires and your dreams and your goals are aligned to you at your highest frequency. So anything that is denying you this is being shown to you. That is why Source has put a bit of a pause on things, where you're having this clarity of, oh, wait a minute, I can see how that energy no longer serves me. I can see how that frequency no longer serves me. Okay, I can see that. Even if maybe it doesn't make sense, you can feel it's the right thing to do. For example, for us, releasing Instagram, we're assuming there's something with the frequency, something happened there which no longer aligns with our energy, and we're just trusting the process, understanding that whatever is there, clearly for us personally, not for you. This doesn't mean that you must now go release Instagram. This is personally for us. We had to release it in order for our expansion and our journey in some way. So that is how it's really manifesting in your life. These interesting insights you're receiving, and you're thinking, okay, well, Source, okay, well, higher self, if that's where we need to be, that's where we need to be, because you are really being raised into your highest frequency. And this is the physical, the divine masculine honoring Source. This is the divine feminine honoring Source, so that you can finally create your destiny fully and completely in your truth at this time. Because it's time that you now receive your desires. You see, here we go, the fish in the shadow, here it is, the Pisces, there are two fish swimming, one in the shadow, one in the light. The one in the shadow is doing shopping, here your desires, here your dreams, doing the shopping. And then the one in the light is saying, okay, let's do everything you need to do to be able to be available for these beautiful gifts to manifest in your physical. And at the bases below, here are success, a victory. You finally get seen, you get recognized in your truth. You're no longer having all this baggage, all these hang-ups, all these things that are keeping you back, keeping you down, keeping you suspended. You're now finally center stage. The spotlight is on you. You're being recognized, you're being seen, you're being valued. You're finally no longer holding yourself back. You're releasing every single thing. If it's a relationship, a business relationship, if it is a friendship, if it is a family ship, if it is a thought process, if it is a way of being, an expression, anything that denies and delays you from being the truth of you to receive that which is yours is being shown to you for you to release. And you're having the understanding of why. You're finally seeing why. It feels like for a lot of you, you had almost made excuses for it. You're saying, no, but I can't be that harsh. No, but I have to be, compassionate. And Source is saying, yes, Be understanding, be compassionate. It's not a judgment. What you, by releasing, is not a judgment. You're discerning, and it's time that you choose you. That's what we're feeling really strongly here. Source is saying it's time that you choose you and stop making excuses as to why you give external things, external people, thoughts, and processes power to keep you restricted, to keep you denied from that which you want. It's time that you step into your power and overcome whatever it is. If it's fear of success, if it's fear of your power, if it's fear of standing out, if it's fear of change, fear of the unknown, whatever it is that's holding you back from releasing what is keeping you back, you're really coming to an understanding of actually doesn't serve me. It's time for me to let go. And you're letting go beautifully, because we see the Empress, Emperor, and the High Priestess. These are powerful energies coming to just amplify your frequency for you to really understand that there's so much worth in your power and in your divinity. And in the physical here below, you're finally being seen, you're being recognized, you're showing your true colors, as it were. And we're also feeling your appearance might be changing. You're really feeling comfortable wearing what you want, dressing like you want, maybe getting some tattoos, some piercings, cutting your hair. You're really expressing yourself like you. You're no longer holding back from that which you truly are. And crowning here, you see the mind is really being clarified here. The High Priestess, all of the divine mystery, the wisdom, the shadow, the high magic, the soul space coming through now, beautifully anchoring into the crown. And the Empress, the divine feminine energy, the creator energy, you co-creating with Mother Earth, Gaia, and all the energies, Taurus energy, so relationships and also your foundation, also your resources. You're finally becoming the shape that you, in the mind, your mind is finally becoming the canvas, the platform that is compatible to your desires and your dreams. You are really releasing the mind which keeps you back, the thoughts that keep you back, the conditioned ways that keep you back, and is being redefined as clarity through the unknown, which is why you're receiving these interesting promptings and sources saying, do this, trust, it's for your outcome. Do this, trust, it leads you where you need to go. Do this, trust, it allows what you've been working on, all the hard work you've been putting in, what you've been trying to give birth to, you're receiving the instruction, but where? From the unknown. And source is saying it's time that you trust this, trust your inspired thoughts, trust your inspired action, trust the promptings that you're receiving now, because now your mind is anchored firmly in source and you are receiving the light codes that are now allowing your brain, your mind, to be the perfect computer, the perfect receptive component to the dreams and your manifestations becoming. Blessed be.